So again, I've got work to do the Mark 3. It is Wednesday today and the MOT for it is on Saturday, and there's a couple of wee things to fix yet. So today I'm going to tackle this here. The hazard warning light switch is up here. If you press it, only one light comes on, and you can make them both work by just flicking the indicator up, and all that, like outside of the hazards are on, but it's just a case of the MOT might be failed on it because of that there, because it doesn't work on the single button. So I've got a wee assembly of the hazard warning light switch and the indicator, it's all in one, and there's a horn button on it, and the horn in this here doesn't work either. So I'm hoping that whenever I replace that there whole like switch panel sort of thing, that the horn will work again now, because I think it's maybe the wee tab is broke off in there. So the first thing I'm doing before I take the steering wheel off it is, you can see here that the car has been called Dennis by the previous owner. So I've already got this here side pretty much gone, set it on both sides, so I'm just sanding that off with Scotch-Brite. Just finished rubbing that down there, and you can see now, no more Dennis. Well, the first thing to do when working with anything to do with airbags is to get the battery disconnected. But while I'm here, I'm just going to tighten up that there clamp there, because you can see it's rattling a wee bit on it, so it just needs tightened up a wee bit. I think it actually might need moved, like it might need loosened off and moved onto, it might not be catching this here wee thing just right. But no, the battery will need taken off, so I don't put any airbag lights on while I'm doing this here. Doing that there didn't seem to fix the wobble on it, so I'm just going to loosen it off and move it and see if that helps. So I tried moving it, but it's still wobbly, so I think actually what it's going to need is I'll have to take it off, and that there clamp's going to need hit to try and bend it down so it actually catches the battery a bit better. So these here, there's a bolt here and a wee bolt there, and that's what holds the face of the steering wheel on. That's what holds the airbag on, so I'm just about to take them off now. They are a 5. That's 1. I don't know how these here hold it on, but they seem to be like, oh, yeah, they're held in, so that there hopefully should lift off now. I'm just going to set my camera down while I do this here, because I need both my hands. Okay, so that is the airbag out. It was literally just a wee pull connector on that there. That there bit just pulls off out of them. There were 2 wee prongs in there. So that's now me ready to unbolt the steering wheel. Gonna try and take this here off with one hand. It's the main bolt for the steering wheel. I imagine it's gonna be too tight. Actually, no, it'll definitely be. I'm definitely gonna need 2 hands because I'll have to hold the wheel. But I will show again whenever I have this here bolt off and take the steering wheel off. That's it, broke, and the nut is free to come off. That's it. Now, I'll have to have a wee look at all the bits of the horn to try and work out why it's not working. But even if it's not working, I do have this here wee button here. It's wired onto the horn if I do need it. So it's not a big problem if I can't get it to work, but obviously I'd rather be able to use the original buttons. I was being a wee bit stupid there, and I was trying to take this off without undoing this bit here. This wee plastic surround, so having to take it off now. Unscrew. New screw on that side. It's odd. And now I will be actually able to get the airbag off. But that's everything off. Just a case of taking these here 3 screws off, and that there whole bit comes off, and I can get my new one and bolt it in. Now looking at the new one, if you look here, the size of that big tab, and the old one, no tab at all. So that would be why the horns broke that. There's obviously just worn away after so many clicks over that there's nothing left. So that means 2 birds with 1 stone, get the indicator and the horn fixed. Okay, so I've got the old one off and I'm about to put this new one on now. So I think I'll just need to get these here screws out of the old one. Get this here new one. Make sure these here are clipped in. And then put these screws back in. The wheel is now ready to be painted, and I have the panel shook up, so I'm just gonna have to try and paint it carefully just to make sure I don't get much overspray onto the wheel. Like, it won't make a big difference, but the less the better. It's a real thick coat on it. I think I actually might rub that off because it's not gonna look very good on that, especially how heavy that coat is. Okay, so that's everything back together almost. It's just the steering wheel's back on, bolted in, and the airbag's in, and all the wires are clipped up. So I just need to, there's a few screws that hold on this here plastic surround, and that is everything. I think I'll just make sure there's nothing lying about, but I think that is everything after this, so I'll get these here put in. Car turned on now, and the hazards are working now. And so is the horn. Okay. So I've got the tie rod end off and the steering rack's free. So now I need to get this here bush cut off. So it's one end cut. And just climb over to the other end. There's it off. Ties off. So So that there is the why I'm replacing the boot. Big slice on it. Right, well, got the new one back on now. Okay, I've got this here boot trimmed to the right size so it should fit on. I'm about to just go and get some grease to grease up the steering rack before I put it back together. Okay, so I'm just getting this here greased up so it doesn't stick or anything. Make sure that wheel stays free. And I'm just greasing the inside of this here to make it go on a little bit easier. Okay, so I've just got the cable ties, I'm just putting them on loose so they're already on by whenever I get it around the thing. Okay, so I've got the boot on and the cable ties are on and it's all sitting in, that's not going to get pulled off. So I'm just threading the track rod end back into the ball joint. So I'm just going to get that there tightened in and I have it marked at where it's meant to be so the alignment shouldn't be too far off whenever I tighten it in. Track rod end all built up and it's all hopefully lining up the way it's meant to be. So I can put the wheel on and check the alignment on it. Today's the day for the Mark III's MOT, so we're just sitting here waiting to be brought in.